Yeah, my first thought here is that I could 3-bet this hand. I think maybe like it makes more sense to be 3-betting sort of more connected aces. So I think flatting makes sense too here. We have plenty of playability. Okay, we will be betting this board quite often and strong hand. I could actually probably opt for a larger size on this board. Checking to the razor, and we get 3-bet here with 4s. We're just gonna let him go. 3-bet here with 8s. He 3-bets a bit large, but I think we're okay to continue. Okay, when he checks back and the 6 falls, I think we're likely to have the best hand. I think he's probably c-betting if he has clubs, but I don't know for sure. Value bet here. Okay, we're not folding 8s on that board. Shit. Fold to 3-bets. Anyway, okay, he checks to me. I think we can start value betting and betting for protection. I don't think we want to bet too large, but okay, we're not folding. Like I said, I think we had the best hand here on the turn. Once the 4th club comes, it's kind of, it gets a bit dicier. Okay, and when he calls my half-flop bet there, he might be weighted towards like jacks, queens. I mean, he could have diamonds. I don't know that I get called by much worse if I do bet, and I probably get called. I mean, like he could have a hand like 9s even. I don't think I could ever get him to fold a better hand. Okay, that's large. I'm just folding there. I think checking makes the most sense here. I don't think he's folding a better hand. I think he's calling all of his. I think he's calling all of his better hands. Probably folding all of his worse hands. Maybe the turn bet was a bit optimistic. I'm not 100% sure. I just got a little bit buried there for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna be raising this hand on the button. I'm probably raising all of my aces on the button. Ace 10 under the gun. I think it's just a fold. Probably okay to mix in every now and then, but. Ace-8 off. Probably just too weak to defend. To 3x open. With that 8's hand, I think it's probably a good thing that I bet the turn, because if I check behind, I'm probably calling a bet on the river. So by betting the turn there, I'm losing one bet. And I get the added benefit of getting him to fold out some hands that have equity against me by betting the turn rather than calling the river. We're going to be three betting ace jack suited down here. No, we're not. Probably would have been a decent spot for 4-bet. Okay, king queen suited or king queen off is definitely in the top half of my button open range. It's fairly playable. I don't really see 4-betting. Like, do I get him to fold anything? Like, I think I just isolate myself against hands that have me dominated, probably. This is a board I expect him to be betting a ton on. I don't know if I should have many raises on this board. I guess I do have 2 overs and some back doors. Very dry board. in general, like he should be betting a lot of his air here. Like he should have a lot of air that he's betting on this board. I block some back doors that he could continue with. I don't mind the raise. Hmm. 1 to 20. An eights is like, I don't know. I guess I could see him doing this with 9s or 10s. In which case I'm crushed. He could also be doing it with any 2 cards, really. Like anyone who's jamming the stack, he's obviously not that strong of a player. I guess the issue is I don't really know what this guy has behind, right? I think like if I was the pre-flop raiser, I might call it off, maybe. I hope he calls. Boo. Okay, pretty big open here to isolate the limper, who is a short stacked fish. We're definitely 3-betting 257. We're 3-bet pot here from the small blind. Raising, I'm opening all my suited aces from all positions. Consider a 4-bet here with cold 4-bet. I just feel like I need to be really value heavy, but I also think nobody's really cold 4-betting, so maybe able to get away with some adding a few extra bluffs. But if I'm always cold 4-betting with ace-8 suited, I'm probably way over 4-betting, way over 4-bet bluffing in that spot. Maybe like exactly ace-5 suited is cool. Okay, this is a spot where I just like a horrendous 3-bet size against a small stack. Like I think my only option here is to call. Consider 3-betting here with ace-9 suited. In position, it's just like it's a bit larger open, which sort of makes me want to 3-bet. Here, like middle pair, backdoor flush draw, middle pair best kicker. Like I don't think I'm folding quite yet. I'm gonna open this hand. Interesting that he checks here. I think he could be checking all of his strong hands as well. I guess like if he did have a hand like queens, he's probably jamming. If he had a jack, he's probably jamming. We would benefit from some protection for sure. Like if he's got king, queen, ace, king. I mean, we have an ace, so really like king, queen would be like the hand that we're most worried about him having here, I guess. Yeah, once he checks again, I think we're good like all the time. Could have a hand like pocket tens, I guess, and own us. I think we can get some value, some thin value here. Man, like eights, sevens, maybe even ace high. And 3-bet again. We're gonna be out of position. It's quite large 3-bet. I just think we have to be a bit tighter than that. Definitely opening this hand. Okay, he just sticks it in here. We got to call 5 and pot, that'll be 12. So we need like 40%. We probably have 40% against like any 2 cards. Hopefully there's a hand like ace 5 or something. 5s, we're doing really well. Oof, not against a 5. Okay, against the min raise, close the action here. Against 2 fish, 2 short stacks. Ace 6 stands to be a decently strong hand here. This player could have any 7, he could have any 9, he could have for this size, he's probably a 10. Actually, maybe not. Okay, this is a board that I'm close to range betting on. It's probably a little bit too suited and connected. Maybe I should be range checking. One thing I need to realize is like just because I'm C betting flop and check folding turn there, doesn't mean that I don't have hands in my range that I'm C betting flop and check calling turn there. I always think like, man, once I check and he bets, I'm just folding, I'm just giving up. That's not true. So I should just keep in mind I need to have some check calls in my range because I think they are stabbing turns, whatever that's called. Okay, we're gonna ISO here with King Jack off. Really tempted to 3-bet 9-10 suited here. I think funds over range is super wide. We have some playability if we get called. Okay, here we'll have a gut shot. We have the Jack of Diamonds and the King of Hearts. So we block a couple back doors. We have all of the super strong hands on this board. I forgot he was short stacked. God damn it. Now it's 3 into 16, which is like 5 to 1. I basically have to hit a 10 to win. And then I get an extra $3 if I hit a 10. So like a 10% chance. I just don't think I'm getting the right price here. I should have paid attention to the stack size. All right, short stack in the pot. Flop bottom 2, I unblock the A's. Definitely going to be c-betting this board. Okay, I think 4-betting or flatting here is fine. I'm going to be in position post-flop, so I think that makes me lean a bit towards flatting. Okay, he leads half pot on this ace-high board, rainbow. I do block a couple of the back doors. His 3-betting range. He should be 3-betting, or he should be leading a ton on this board. His size is a little large, which is kind of concerning, but I think it's okay for us to call one street here. For sure. Okay, and the second ace comes. And now I'm sort of a little bit unsure about a hand he might have, maybe like jacks. I think king should be checking this flop, probably betting small. I'm definitely going to 3-bet king queen suited. Huh, this is interesting, right? It's like less likely he has an ace. His 3-betting range. I mean, he could still have a hand like jacks. I would just suspect that like a hand like jacks or queens or, man, then he just bets huge again, like instantaneously. We do have the 10 of spades, which is a nice card to block. We don't really block anything else, like his 3-bet range. What hands would be 3? You'd have to be 3-betting like a hand like king, queen, jack 10. I guess you could have a hand like, I mean, fires out a half pot bet here. I'm gonna be good 33% of the time. Block spades. I just can't figure out what he have. Like, unless he has a hand like ace queen, ace king, I guess. It would make sense, right? I guess I'm not sure. Like, I'm just really not sure. Okay, we're gonna look to limp, play a pot with these two shorter stacks. With jack 9 suited, we are gonna be out of position. Of course, we get squeezed by the button. I'm sorry, by the big blind. Could we get a 3-bet here from the small blind? I like just playing this hand a bit quickly. 6-12, about 15 makes sense here. I guess we could 3-bet this hand. Actually, you know what? I think I like just calling. We flop top pair with a meh kicker. I think we benefit from some protection here. I don't mind a protection raise. I think we could get a lot of overs to fold. And potentially get value from 10s, 9s. And I think if he does call, we can always check back the turn. I just really like how the hand sort of plays after flop raise there. Okay, he really shouldn't have very many leads. Well, he shouldn't have any leads on this flop. So when he does lead two, like I suspect maybe he's just like afraid of like a scare card coming out. I'm trying to think what the best way to get all of his money is. Maybe we just try to get it in here. Oof. This is like a hand where could potentially turn it into a bluff. The board's just better for the small blind. I guess a shorter stack. I think we're okay to not raise with sixes. Okay, when he checks, I think there's some value in betting for protection. Like he could have a lot of overs. Although like he's not folding in like 8-9, queen jack, any 10, any 7. He's probably not folding a whole lot of hands that have a bunch of equity against us. When he checks again, I think we can start betting our sixes here for some protection / value. Okay, we're gonna be out of position on this hand. It's a pretty normal size 3-bet. Three, I mean, I think I don't know. I think this could go either way. Here we flop a gutter. We have the jack of spades, blocks a bunch of his continues. Pretty good board for us. Makes sense for him to be leading a ton. This is a board that's great for his 3-bet range. Betting a ton. He could have in like king queen that I'd be ahead of, but he just has a lot of aces. Okay, Okay, we're gonna ISO with king queen off. Okay, here I have a gutter ball. I have the blockers, the flushes. It's a great board for my open range. I guess the 8, the 10, maybe not as great as I originally thought. Just call against the shorter stack, call out of the big blind. We pick up some equity here with the king and the queen of spades. I don't think we're getting an ace to fold. Can we make the nuts? Once we get checked to here, betting. Okay, we make a jack, which is pretty strong here. Pre-flop raiser still has all the overpairs. Seven doesn't really change much. I guess he could have a better queen and be checking. That would be quite surprising, but I guess we can't go too crazy with our bet size. Oh man, here's bets again here. Like we block queens, so like he's got kings or aces, I guess. I can't go all in. Yeah. Okay, can we get value? Probably for like the right size. Fuck. I think that might be a check back. I also wonder if I can just fold there when I make the jack. Maybe I should just fold on the flop. Maybe that's why I went wrong. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, this is a very dry board. And we flop a couple back doors. This would be a board that I'm betting a high frequency on. We have all the overpairs, all the good overpairs, etc. 125. Okay, we're definitely three betting. We out of position. Okay, and this is a card that we get to barrel on, which is nice, and it doesn't really change anything. And I think we can actually overbet this, our pot size. Well, I guess we just jam. I didn't realize we had a short stack there. Okay, super dry board. We don't need to bet large with this hand or with any hand. We could potentially be checking with aces on this board. Now I think we can, like, the five of clubs shouldn't really change anything. I think we want to try to bring stacks into play here. I guess he's got a hand like nines, tens, something like that. So, I mean, even when we get called here, if we do get called, we have a ton of equity. Okay, we're three betting ace jack off. Okay, we are three betting queen jack suited. Super dry board. Wish there was a spade. We do have 2 overs and a backdoor straight draw. We don't have ace high. I think this hand makes a pretty good c-bet. Okay, definitely not doing much there. We get raised. I kind of saw that coming, I guess. Like I've been 3-betting this guy kind of relentlessly and then just betting. Unfortunately, we just can't continue here. We have so many better hands that we could continue with, so we're just gonna let this one go. Kind of ISO the 6s. Okay. Again, I think we just have so many better hands that we're just gonna let this one go. Two or 3-bet here from the small blind. I might be 4-betting with ace jack off, but I think ace jack suited makes a better call. We're getting like, we need like 40% pot entitlement. I think we have plenty. This board probably favors 3-better, but I do have backdoor flush draw and 2 overs, and he bets half pot. I need about 25% pot entitlement here, and I think like there's potential I can always bluff and take it away on later streets. In general, that king is much better for him than it is for me, I think. Okay, when he checks, like I said, I would like to bluff. If that was a spade, I would be much more inclined to bluff here. I think checking behind is unfortunately what I got to go with. Okay, we open, we flop back. Okay, when he checks again, like I think he's got like tens, jacks, queens, something along those lines. So we want to bet a sizing that can get called by those hands. Could maybe bet more based on the speed of his call. What's going on here? I see, but I get check raised. I think I can actually continue on this board. Maybe not, that might just be a fold. Pick up a gutter ball. We just can't continue for that price. It's kind of repping, I don't know, 7-8. I mean, he's got a lot of bluffs. But we don't have value. I guess maybe that's a spot where I can just go crazy and put it all in, something like that. I don't know. Okay, this board's an okay board for us. I think it's an okay board for me to be betting close to range on. I've got nut no pair. I've got backdoor, straight draw. Unfortunately, I don't have a club. Here I've got the diamond, but like I guess like he could have been, yeah. I guess he could be calling with clubs. If he's calling with clubs, like I'm ahead. I don't know. I just don't think I can keep just barreling off with my overcards on this board. He checks again. Like, I think he's just super weighted towards a fairly weak one pair hand. But I don't know how much fold equity I have. If I have any fold equity. So I guess we're just gonna, yeah. Yeah, I just don't think I can get him to fold there. I mean, maybe with a huge bet. What am I repping really, right? That's kind of my main concern. But I'm getting a really good price. But this hand is like at the bottom of my open range from under the gun. I only need to defend about half my hands to be not exploitable, allegedly. And this probably isn't one of them. Okay. I think we're okay to raise here against under the gun limper. Big blind just cold calls. So we have a gutter ball. We have the king of diamonds. The one thing that okay, we can 3-bet here. Keeping up. Gonna be in position. I think that's fine call. With the king of diamonds, one thing is we are 3-way. I just think this flop is just great for their limp calling ranges or whatever. Okay, he checks his board. It's interesting. Okay. We still have the gutter ball. We improved to having second no flush draw. It checked through, like, is it okay to bet here? 2 overs, he checked the board. He's probably got something like ace high. I wonder if I can float and bluff the river. I guess we're just checking. Okay, so now I think he's got like aces or just ace high. In which case, like, he's folding. I don't necessarily need to raise that large. I mean, I think he's folding out all his ace highs. Okay, here, gutter ball, queen, king of diamonds. Oh, he's got jacks. That's very weird. He bet like almost pots. We need about 33% equity. We probably have it. Like, some of our overs might be good. Okay, we just make the nuts. I think he's just checking back way too often. Hopefully he has a queen of diamonds or something. I wonder if I should consider raising on the turn there. Here we are out of position, but we have backdoor, straight draw, backdoor flush draw, 2 overs. It's a great card for us. This board is still pretty good for us. And I think this is a board we can overbet on. This board's great for us. Sorry, I got a little lost there. Gonna be c-betting really wide on this board. I like the 3-bet ace jack suited from the small blind here. Gets cut off open. Yeah, he should be raising. Probably not that often on this board. But again, we just have backdoors. We're just gonna let it go. Okay, we flop the world over here. I think we could check, but I also think betting small is probably fine. Just sucks like we just smashed the board, right? It's not a great card for us, but come to think of it, like, that's a card we should probably have a lot of checks on. We don't really need any protection. Can we get 2 more bets and still feel good about it? Like, are we happy stacking off here with ace jack suited? I think I'm okay checking here. In general, that card's just really good for his range. His continuation range on the flop as well. It's not a great card for us either. Because we have the hand like king queen, like it already got there. Suck to have call up. I don't know. I guess if he bets here, like what's he wrapping? Like queen jack. All right, we're gonna wrap this up.